Hello YouTube, this is LaShonda, and I'm coming to you with an update, well, just a video. Today is September the 1st. This is my husband. He's a goofball, but very serious. Today's September 1st. It's the beginning of the month, so it's a new start. It's time for you to put August behind. It was the summer, we overindulged, we had our vacations, and even though the holiday is tomorrow, Monday the 2nd, it's still almost the end of summer. It's time to evaluate what your fitness plans are, what your health goals are. What is your health goal? Is your health goal to have balanced hormones, better mood, greater health, lower your cholesterol, get your heart together? Is it to get toned? Is it to lose weight? Evaluate your health goals. See what you did. Take your weigh-in. This is the beginning of the month. Take your weigh-in, get a measuring tape, measure yourself, write all of that stuff down. It is important to have a specific date in mind. Okay, today is September the 1st. By October the 1st, I want to have lost 2 pounds. Or by October the 1st, I want to have lost an inch on my waist. Or by October the 1st, I want to have my meal plan in order. Even if I don't lose any weight, I want to be more organized with my meal prep. I want, like last month, my goal is to lose about 5 more pounds. I really didn't even lose any weight. But you know what I did? Less binging. Less midnight snacking. Because you'll be surprised. Once you dedicate yourself, I used to get up at 3 in the morning and eat 800 calories. Just did it. For whatever reason, because I couldn't sleep or whatever. But when I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this, it was hard at first. Do you know if I wake up at 3 in the morning, I can actually go back to sleep? Because I took the whole month to create that new habit. It was hard at the beginning, like the first 2 weeks. But the last 2 weeks was relatively easy. I woke up at 3 in the morning today. And my mind said, maybe go get something to eat. But I really didn't want it. And it wasn't hard to say no because it had built a habit up. So, even though I didn't lose any weight, I changed my habits. Sometimes before you actually see the progress, you have to weed out the bad habits. It's almost like building a house. First you make the basement, the foundation. Then you start to build the house and you start to see it come into fruition. So if you have a lot of bad habits that have been cemented, or just so many bad habits, you have to change your diet, you have to get out of laziness, you have to do this, do that. Sometimes you have to work on the habits before you see any progress, and you can't be so hard on yourself. So my goal was to get to 125. I weigh 132 now. My goal was to get to 125. I didn't get to 125. And it's not because I wasn't eating the right foods. It's because I had a lot of bad habits. You'll be surprised how eating midnight snacking on 500-600 calories, that can really create a surplus and cause you to be at a standstill. You might not gain weight, but you're not going to lose weight. So I said, okay, I'm going to work on that one habit. I'm not going to get up eating a lot of calories in the middle of the night. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. That's what I said to myself. And I did that. And you know what? Even though I didn't lose any weight, my confidence went up because I felt in greater control. When we are in control of our lives, our own behavior, even if you don't see a lot of progress, the fact that you controlled something that you felt was controlling you, it makes you feel like, you know what? I may not have lost any weight, but I have control of this particular bad habit. So, first of all, get a piece of paper, write down all of your bad habits. Take your weight, if you're trying to lose weight, whatever, your measurements, because you shouldn't go off just weight, because weight fluctuates. You should take your weight and your measurements. And write down everything that you eat that you shouldn't be eating. And next to it, write down a good substitution. Like if you like ice cream, get the low sugar ice cream or the low fat ice cream. If you like whole cheese, that's bad for you. Get the fat-free cheese. Write down all of the foods that you overindulge in. Write down your measurements. Take your weight. Write down the bad habits, like if you do midnight snacking, or if you go out with your friends 3 times a week, or if you're drinking a lot of alcohol throughout the week, or if you are lazy and you're sedentary. Okay, maybe you need to put your clothes in the car after you get off work and go right to the gym. Or if you do P90, or if you do at home, make sure you eat before you leave work so you won't say, oh, I'm so starving, I gotta eat first when you get home. Write down the bad habits. And then next to it, write down an alternate solution. Get those things in order first before you expect. Because a lot of people say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds this week. They have no plan. They think that all you have to do is cut calories and work out a couple of days a week. But then you start to cut calories and that flesh or that mind says, I'm going to resist your hard work. You're trying to change your habits, I'm going to give you resistance. And if you don't have a plan, you're not going to know how to beat your opponent. I think of the old self as the opponent. The new self is the person you're trying to obtain. You have to be that middle ground. The you that wants to change have to be the middle ground between the old self and the new self. You're not the new self yet. You're the one that wants to be the new self. So you're like the referee or the player that's trying to get to that goal. But you have your opponent, which is not other people, it's you. So you say, so your offenser, which is you, the person who has the ball or it has the possession in mind and in hand, says, okay, I'm going to do this. This is Monday or this is September 1st. I'm going to do it. Oh, good, I had a great healthy breakfast. Then someone comes and pisses you off at work. The first thing you want to do is fall back in what your comfort zone is okay, your boss has some Krispy Kremes. Because you're trying to stay unpissed off. You need some happiness. So you're going to go to what makes you happy, the Krispy Kreme. But if you had a plan, you would know that coworker that pisses you off is still there. No matter how happy you woke up and you did good when you left out the house. Oh, I'm doing good. That same coworker that pissed you off is still there. They haven't changed. They're still there. So what do? You bring your snack with you. You bring your healthy protein bar. So when that coworker pissed you off, instead of saying, because a lot of people say, just resist the cravings, or omission, or abstinence. And abstinence from unhealthy foods, yes, that's good. But it's better to fall on a air balloon, than fall on the concrete. So if someone is pissing me off and I know my bad habit, until I'm strong enough to just resist it altogether, it is better for me to take out my special K-bar and eat that for 170 calories than grab a Krispy Kreme. Be prepared, people. Be prepared. Have a plan. This is why instead of saying, I'm going to lose weight, how are you going to do it? Any coach, any team has a plan to not only do plays, because you can write the plays down, but if you can have the idea in mind how you want to win, but if you don't kind of know what your weaknesses are and what your opponent is capable of, you're not going to know how to win. So if you have a coworker that's pissing you off, or a nagging child, or a husband, or a friend, or someone who gets on your nerves, or if you get on your nerves, or if you come home and you're tired and you know you had a bad day, not necessarily because someone pissed you off, but you're just like, oh my God, I'm so tired, and you reach for that ice cream to comfort you. You should know that already about yourself. You don't go and say, I'm changed, just because you woke up and you have the motivation to change. That doesn't mean you are changed. You have to build change. Change doesn't just miraculously happen when you wake up. You have to create habits. So just because you woke up and you want to change doesn't mean you are changed. So if you know you come home tired and you want to overindulge while you're watching your favorite reality show and you eat that ice cream, you're still going to want that. So what do? You have that snack waiting on you so you can eat that snack and watch your favorite reality show until you reach that point in the day where you say, you know what? I don't don't even need that snack because I'm not hungry. I can watch my favorite reality show without that snack. Until you reach that point, have a snack that's an alternative to the overindulging snack. Be prepared. So summary, write down all of your bad habits that you've had for the whole year, because guess what? January is coming, people. You've already went through 8 months of the year. You don't want to be one of those people that's in the gym, filling the gym up, saying, I have a New Year's resolution. You want to beat them to the punch. You can do it now. This is your new year, September 1st. So write down, get on the scale. Not right now. You should always get on the scale after at least 10 to 12 hours of digesting your food. So if you ate at 10 o'clock, if you ate at 9 o'clock, you want to weigh in at 7. Nevertheless, if you eat your meal and you wake up for work, weigh in. If you know that's the day you're going to weigh in every week, weigh in. Get a measuring tape. Take your measurements. Waistline, bust, thigh, hip. Write it down. Okay. And then write down your bad habits. Write down alternative. Write down the food you love that you feel like you cannot live without. And get the alternatives. And revisit that every week. And then measure yourself every month. You will see a difference once you weed out the bad habits. Before you see the results, you have to change those bad habits. We're going to keep it, we're going to be updated together. I'm in this too. I had a lot of bad habits. But I just wanted to share how I was feeling about my year, because I haven't been the best person to myself. I had, like I said, binging in the middle of the night. But I changed that. And it was hard work. You have to be willing to suffer. Everything is not going to feel comfortable if you're trying to change it, because it's like a blanket. If someone says, you have to sleep with a sheet tonight, because this is all we have. You want your blanket. And you might be a little chilly at first, but I guarantee you sleep with that sheet long enough, you're going to start getting used to it. So you have to be willing to go through a little pain to get to that new habit. Once you do, you're not going to want to go back. I love you. Keep up the good work. Do what I said. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe. There are more videos to come. I'm going to show you my progress. I'm going to show you the things I eat. And I'm going to keep an update. Thumbs up. Tell me your opinions, what you like. I'm just getting started. We're going to help each other. Bye-bye.